CalMag. Okay. Everybody knows you need calcium for joints and bone and connective tissue. You also need magnesium, and you need magnesium in about a ratio of calcium-magnesium 2:1 in order to effectively utilize calcium, because magnesium also plays a role in joints, connective tissue, etc. So you need a high level of calcium a day. You need about 1,000 milligrams of elemental calcium. I don't know if you hear that term elemental sometimes, if you know what that really means. Calcium, all the minerals are always attached to something. They don't exist as pure metals. So they're attached. So when you talk about the calcium you only need the calcium part, not the other attachment. So for example, if you're taking calcium gluconate from gluconic acid and organic acid, it's only something in a range of about maybe 20%. So if you wanted to take 1,000 of calcium, you'd have to take 5,000 of calcium gluconate. Now people don't often think about that. Same thing is true with zinc and manganese and all of the nutrients. So in looking at that, we said, well, wouldn't it make sense to try and get the form of calcium that is the highest percentage? And that's calcium carbonate, which is like 60% calcium, so you don't have to add as much. Now, a lot of people say, but carbonate, calcium carbonate, isn't that like Tums and antacids and stuff like that? Say, yes, it is. So, is that poorly absorbed? Say, well, it would be if you didn't have sufficient acid to ionize that is, make it go into solution so you have calcium alone floating around. Well, so what we came up with was the idea that, well, I don't want to tax our digestive systems by dumping something in that's alkaline to force the hydrochloric acid to, ionize it so that you can get the calcium and magnesium available. And so what we did was we created an effervescent type of system that basically is doing what your body would do only first, similar to micellization. So we take the calcium carbonate, we calculate the amount of citric acid necessary to form calcium citrate, essentially, in solution, so it will actually cause the carbonate to release carbon dioxide. And I guess we're going to now be charged for global warming on that, but as far as I know, the amount of calcium carbonate we produce is probably not going to do too much to change in the weather. But if you put an acid with something that's alkaline, you're going to have a reaction, an acid-base reaction. But when you have something that has carbonate, CO2 comes off. So what we've done, we've actually created a calcium in solution that is bound by an organic acid called citric acid, that when you drink it, you now can absorb actually the calcium and magnesium. So it's a far better way to absorb and use the nutrients important for joints and connective tissue. And that's one of the things that we've done with this product, because it always made sense to me to be as efficient as you can with percentage of concentration, but at the same time you don't want to tax the body. How do you make it work better? And that's what was done. And of course, you have vitamin D. Vitamin D plays a role more like a hormone than a vitamin in the absorption, uptake of calcium. Also probably now important in other immunity things we're finding out. So that's why CalMag was formulated the way it was. Again, everything is designed to go into the body's normal aqueous transport system as fast as possible. And that's what was done with calcium and CalMag.